Commissioner Landry. Commissioner Boatman.
Here.
Vice Chair Lyons.
Here.
Chairman Boberlin.
Here.
We have a quorum.
In order today.
The agenda will proceed as published. No changes.
We need approval, item 5, approval of June 28, 2018, regular board meeting minutes.
Motion approved.
Moved by Ms. Lyons, second by Mr. Wolfman. All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Building Communications, A, approval of pay voucher for the period of June 16, 2018 to July 13, 2018. We need a motion for that? Yes. Moved by Mr. Burke, second by Mr. Wolfman. All in favor, by voting aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Okay, B, monthly financial reports, May 2018. 1. Memo from Fayette County Board of Commissioners. 2. Balance sheet from May 2018. 3. Income and expense statement from May 18, 2018. 4. Public housing financial assessment score for the month of May 2018. And bank reconciliation. Need anything for that? Motion for all that? No, okay. Next, an occupancy report. Item 7.
Yes, sir. Each of you have a copy of the occupancy report in front of you. As of July 17th, the agency total occupancy was 96%, with Senator Circle being 95% occupied, Bayou Tower was 96. 75 applicants on the waiting list at Senator Circle, and 9 applications on 5 Bayou Towers. If you have any questions regarding the report, I can answer any questions that you may have.
Anybody have any questions on that? Okay, item 8, public wishing to address the Board of Commissioners. Is anybody, I don't have any form to fill out, so I assume that nobody want to speak with us on any item. Okay. Report of Resident Council, Golden Ages Resident Council, Bayou Town. Okay. Report of the Secretary, agency update, item 10.
My agency update is before all of you. Like I said, the last board meeting is only like highlights of what I do. I don't write down every single thing that I do. But if you have any questions regarding any of the items that's on here, I don't mind answering any questions. And I was going to give an update about the fence, but I see that we have someone here, so I'll just let him elaborate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it's coming up.
Y'all in the bus, the air conditioner since he's working.
Not here, it was at Bayou Tower.
Oh, that's right. We're sitting
Yeah, the wrong side. So if you have any questions for me, I'm willing to answer you.
Anybody have any questions? Need a accept the report.
No, sir.
Okay, we're going to old business. Discussion possible action relative to 3 modular homes previously purchased by Homer Terrebonne Housing Authority. Modular homes. I tell you, we don't go away. Every meeting. Come on this thing. What we gotta do with that?
We working, I'm not sure if they have it, working with HUD to get.
Mr. Parish Attorney, Mr. Abel, he's waiting on a report from opinion from me that I should get to him early next week as soon as possible to make sure that there's no liens on them, that they're free for the parish to accept them. There was also some movement for HUD, but for litigation purposes, I don't want to go into detail in open session. We'll have to wait till it's on the agenda at one point regarding that Louisiana Realty lawsuit to discuss about that.
Okay, anybody? Let's see, discussion possible action relative to fencing project at Bytown. Up to the mic, state your name, company.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Brett Leday, my office is 991 Grand Caillou Road. I work at Providence Engineering. We were the engineers for the Bayou Towers fencing project. I'm just here to give you guys an update on the construction and where we're at. So the contractor has approximately about 10 or 12 fence panels left to install. Just recently, as you all I'm sure are aware, they had some issues when they were cutting out some concrete. So we're going back and pouring new concrete that's scheduled for next week. The Housing Authority, I believe, is providing some PVC pipes to case those existing lines that were repaired, so that way they could pour the concrete back. That pour is scheduled for next week. The expected completion date for this project is August 10th. We did have a problem. A tree fell on one of the panels of the fence recently, and it only damaged one panel. So the contractor is working with the fence vendor to get a cost, and they're working all of that out as far as with their insurance and working that out right now. So it's one additional panel that was damaged.
Is anybody without air
That was
because of that?
not because of the tree falling. That was when they were drilling. They were out of
That's what I'm talking about. Which one you talking about? Tree falling?
No, not the tree falling. That just recently happened on Friday.
Friday, yes, sir.
He spoke about the drilling when they broke up the
Okay.
concrete. Yeah, they were out of air for one day, but we got.
Right, but the tree's the one that caused this other panel to go out or something?
Yes, sir. So a
So we
branch.
got-
Just the fence. It's not like a panel, like a electric panel. It's the fencing panel is broken.
It's
Oh,
about
okay.
10 foot of fence.
All right.
And so it damaged it. So it just needs to be replaced. And
So it doesn't have anything to do with the air conditioning?
no, the air
Right,
conditioner was when they cut out the concrete. And so those lines were very shallow. And so they broke those lines. But
I jumped through your tape, by the way, when I came here the other day. I don't know, X mark, and I just jumped.
I would recommend not doing that.
They had a little wide, no, but I had a little wide spot like that, you know, ant could have jumped over the, went up the hole.
As far as the concrete, they have the concrete pour set for next week for the 2 interior gates at the facility. Once that concrete has been poured, then they're going to break out. Their next plan is to move towards the gate off of Park, and they're going to break that concrete out so they can begin with that gate. They do have all gates delivered. It's just a matter of pouring the concrete before they can set those gates and operators in place. All of this is going to be pretty fast moving. We expect them to be complete in the next couple of weeks. I believe their date is, I think, the 10th of August is when their date is supposed to be substantially complete. If you guys have any questions
And that's gonna be it, and no more fencing going here or center, so we got everybody locked in, huh?
it's the new fence all the way around with the
Secure.
exception off of Scott Lane. There's no gate closing the facility in. So the gate more or less stops where that existing fence is now. There's no vehicle gate going off of Scott Lane entrance, and it doesn't tie back into the building. But other than that, yes, the whole perimeter is complete.
Anybody have any questions?
I will look at it, it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, we got 11 C8 for discussion of following pending litigation. Lisa Baker individually and at Howland
But you
Natural.
forgot to read the C part.
Huh?
You forgot to read the C part regarding,
The seaport?
yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Pursuant to Louisiana RS revised statute against 42:17A2 and LARS 42:17A1, the Home and Terrebonne Housing Authority Board of Commissioners may convene into executive session for the discussion of the following pending litigation. Lisa Baker individually and as natural tutrix of the minor child, Ramon Hayes versus Home and Terrebonne Housing Authority, and Skylar Ramon Hayes and XYZ Insurance Company, number 74220, 32nd Judicial District, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Let me read the next one too.
Actually, we should probably take a vote on this one first and just go into executive session on this one and then come back out after. Just take up the other one separately.
We do them separately,
Yes.
so we need a vote to go into executive session.
Yeah, we need a
Roll call.
motion and then a roll call vote.
Okay, I need a motion to go into executive session because this item, Mr. Vote Plan, Ms. Sline, roll call, please.
Commissioner Burke? Commissioner Landry? Commissioner Beauclair? Vice Chair Lyons? Chairman Moore?
Yeah. Can we go into executive session?
Yes, just for this. You can come on this.
For the record, she said for the record, she said who's going in the,
Oh, yeah.
executive session.
I said the people that'll be going to executive session will be, of course, the board, the attorney, and the executive director. That's all we need.
That's correct.
Call the meeting back to all regular order. Call the roll, please. Need a motion first.
Go back
To
in.
go back to regular
Oh,
order.
yeah, motion.
Motion by Ms. Lyons, second by Ms. Beauclair. All in favor, roll call.
Commissioner Burke? Commissioner Landry? Commissioner Beauclair?
Yeah.
Vice Chair Lyons?
Yes.
Chairman Moore?
Yes. Okay. Okay, item,
That was just to go back in the open session for the public.
was that?
I just wanted to let the public know that was just to go back into open session.
Yeah, we're just going back to our regular agenda. Now, the next item is a discussion and potential action concerning the Home and Terrebonne Housing Authority.
Wait, you skipped
B.
Oh,
CB.
11, B.
C2.
oh, I'm sorry. B, to discuss the character and professional competence of interim executive director Nikita Gilton. That's to go in executive session.
We need a
Motion.
motion and a second, and then a roll call.
Motion by Mr. Burke, second by Mr. Beauclair. Roll call.
Commissioner Burke? Commissioner Landry? Commissioner Beauclair? Vice Chair Lyons? Chairman Moore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go executive session.
You can run executive session, well, they can, can I ask if I can come into executive?
You gotta say who's gonna go in.
Oh, okay, go to board, all board of commission attorney, Miss Nikita, executive director. Anybody else should be there? There should be there.
That's correct.
I'd like to call the meeting, go back in regular order business.
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Lyons, second by Mr. Burke. All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
We have a roll call.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Burke? Commissioner Landry? Commissioner Beauclair?
Yeah.
Vice Chair Lyons?
Yes.
Chairman Moore?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, the next item is,
Wait.
Yeah, you go D. Go to 11D. Yeah.
what's that?
You're right.
Yeah.
D, huh?
D.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, D. 11D is discussion of potential act concerning Hotel One Highlands or executive director employing the position. Anybody want to discuss that?
I'd like to make a motion to, retain to bring Ms. Gilton in as the executive director, contingent on acceptance of a contract.
Okay, you want to mention the salary? You want to mention the salary?
Well, that's gonna be her negotiations, but
Yeah.
just wanna make a motion to bring her on as executive director, contingent on her acceptance of, the contract.
Okay. Okay, there's a motion on the floor to hire
Ms.
Ms. Gilton
Gilton as the executive director.
as executive director, assuming we can negotiate together, approved by us and her on the contract. Let's cover all of that.
Correct, if you get the second.
Okay. Moved by Ms. Sloan, second by Mr. Brooklyn, all in favor? Give a roll call in there.
Commissioner Burke, Commissioner Landry, Commissioner Wilkman, Vice Chair Lyons.
Yes.
Chairman Bowman.
Yes. Congratulations so far. About halfway. Okay, next item. On the new business discussion, possible act balance to resolution number 9/7 and 9/18 to write off doubtful quarterly amounts from accounts receivable as of June 30, 2018.
Motion.
Moved by Ms. Lyons, second by Mr. Brooklyn, all in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Next item, discussion possible act relative to the naming official journal of the 2018-19 for the Hotel One Highland Authority required by LOS 43:171, accepting the Homer Courier as our official journal. Move.
Yeah, that's what we put at the station.
Yeah, you got something today,
It was the only response that we received.
we don't get the publisher to send a letter or something like that?
No, so that's.
Yeah, and the price didn't change. It's
Yeah,
the
but I
same
thought
price.
the guy on the thing would want us to make some money, you know? That's what it's all about.
You still gotta vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got to vote for one, you got to have a official journal. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Moved by Mr. Wilkline, second. Mr. Burke. All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Boards of Stockholders, Committees, and Commissioners. A, Commissioners' comments. Anybody got any comments they want to make that we haven't talked about yet? Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Gilton on the unanimous vote. Of course, we had one missing, but it was unanimous. I certainly want to add that as chairman, since I've been the chairman, and working with you most of the time, it was very, working together with me. That I appreciate.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And I promise to continue to work with you.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, regular meeting. Our next regular meeting is scheduled for Thursday, August 23rd, 2018, 3 p.m. by Tower Auditorium. I can move for adjournment. Moved by
Motion to
Ms. Long,
adjourn.
second, Mr. Burke. All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Curtis said